Hi, this is Oren, just showing you how I made an orange cake using a Pink Lady oranges, and I hope you enjoy this recipe. Alright, so first thing we're going to put is the flour, 1.5 cups of flour. Try to scoop everything out of the bowl as much as you can. Now we're going to add some baking powder. Now I'm using a teaspoon, as you see. I'm using 1.5 teaspoon of the baking powder. I'm going to use some baking soda, only half a teaspoon of baking soda, so just a little bit. And then we're going to add some butter, 120 grams of butter. I'm going to use 2 oranges for this one. I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to use my juicer. You see, it's a pink oranges. So I'm going to use my and we're just going to squish it in. Now we're still going to use the leftover. I'm going to zest it as well, so just the juice part. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to zest the oranges themselves. So I'm just going to use the peel. We don't want the white part, we just want the orange part. Zest till we get to the white part that we don't want to use, because the white part is actually bitter. Alright, so after we squeeze all the oranges, we've got about half a glass of orange juice, and we're going to add it to our cake as well. I'm going to put in 2 eggs. I'm going to put them in as well. Make sure there's nothing in there, no peels or anything. Last thing I'm going to add is just about a spoon of vanilla. And then once this is all mixed together, just mix it all up so it's all mixed and combined together. Now the whole idea is to make it airy and keep mixing it. Even that it looks lumpy at the moment, I'm just going to continue mixing it for even 2 minutes or so. You can use a mixer. I just like to use my hands. It develop my hands better and stronger. But you can use anything you like. And once that's done, we're going to pop in the oven at 180 degrees, 360 Fahrenheit, I think it is in American terms, for at least an hour. That's what I do it for, an hour, because I have a convection oven. And if you have an oven, you can do it for less, but that's what I do when I make my cake. Now, when you think you're done, you finish, and it looks basically very made up. So I use my square tin. You can use a round tin, but I just like using my square tin. And why I prefer a tin than plastic or something that can cook as well is that because it evens out a lot better. Like the heat reaches to the center while a lot of the other ones don't. And that's how I make my cakes. Now that I did all my cake mix, I like to even it to the middle. Try to get it as even as you can. And then what I normally do is give it a little taps. And that will help it even it out in the oven as well. And then I'll just put it in the oven once you think you're ready. Now that the cake has made, the way I like to do, I like to put a knife in the middle. If nothing comes out, it means it's cooked in the middle. Now I'll show you how I'm gonna make the glazing. I'm gonna make a strawberry icing glazing, and I'll show you how I do it. Now I'm using strawberry, well, you can use it for strawberry milk, but it's just strawberry powder. And what I like to do is take a spoon and some orange, just orange juice, and maybe two, and then start mixing it. See if it's enough. If not, I keep adding little at a time so it's all combined into one, and it needs to look a bit runny like this, and then we'll put it on the cake. Now that I did this, I'm just going to pour it over as much as I can and just put it all over the cake. And then once you put the whole glazing, I like to zest the rest of the oranges and just pour it all over the cake, just to make it look nice and tidy.